What if I told you those long, sleepless nights go deeper than stress or late-night phone habits? Researchers have found a direct link between high cognitive activity and chronic sleep disruption, and the reasons behind it are fascinating and honestly a little bit uncomfortable. In this video, we're going to break down 5 specific reasons why intelligent brains struggle to shut down at night, each one backed by psychology and neuroscience. And I will warn you right now, by the end, you're going to look back at every sleepless night you've ever had completely differently. Let's get into the first reason, and this one kicks in the exact moment you close your eyes. Number 1. Your brain never really clocks out. Most people lie down and their brain starts powering down, like a laptop closing its tabs. Must be cool, right? But then there's the other side. Research shows that highly intelligent individuals have what neuroscientists call a hyperactive default mode network. That's the part of your brain that activates when you're not doing anything. For most people, doing nothing means actually doing nothing. For you, doing nothing means her brain opens 47 new tabs about problems you haven't solved yet and things you said 3 years ago. And here's the part that's going to make your brain hurt a little. This is not a flaw. It's your brain maintaining cognitive readiness, staying primed for complex processing even during rest. The problem is it forgot to check the clock. But wait, because this is only the beginning. What's coming next explains why the harder you try to sleep, the more awake you become. Number 2, you overthink the act of sleeping itself. This one is personally my favorite because it's the most beautifully cruel thing your brain does to you. There's a phenomenon called psychophysiological insomnia, and it's almost exclusively common in people who think too much. Here's how it works. You have one bad night, and your brain, being the pattern recognition machine it is, logs that as data. And here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. The next night, you get into bed and your brain plays this thought. Last time we were here, we failed, initiating threat response. And suddenly, you're not just tired. You're anxious about being tired, which makes you more tired, which makes you more anxious. Congratulations, you've invented a loop. This is your intelligence working against you, analyzing a process that's supposed to be automatic. You cannot think your way into sleep, but you'll absolutely try. And if you think that loop is bad on its own, the third reason is where the biology gets genuinely uncomfortable. Number 3, your cortisol doesn't follow a schedule. Okay, we are going to get into pure biology, so pay attention to this. Cortisol is your stress hormone, but it's also your alertness hormone. In most people, cortisol spikes in the morning and drops at night like a predictable tide. But here's what nobody knows. Studies on individuals with higher cognitive activity show that their cortisol rhythms are irregular. Their brains don't realize the day is done. They keep pushing alertness signals out into the night as if there's still something urgent to deal with. In simple terms, your brain spent all day being brilliant, and at night it's still buzzing with the leftover energy of that brilliance. It's like trying to park a Formula One car in a normal garage. The engine doesn't just stop because you want it to. And this connects directly to what comes next, which might be the most underrated reason of all. Number 4. You're more sensitive to environmental noise, light, and temperature. Research from the University of Toronto found that people who score high in openness to experience, one of the strongest cognitive traits linked to intelligence, have a lower sensory threshold. And if you don't know what that means yet, you're about to recognize yourself completely. It means your brain notices things others filter out. The neighbor's TV, the street light through the curtain, the fact that the pillow is 0.3 degrees too warm. But you're not being dramatic, and this might be unfair, but it's your nervous system processing more input than the average brain at the same hour. You're not a light sleeper. You're a high-resolution sleeper. And finally, the last one, the cruel, absurd, almost funny reason. Number 5, your best ideas come at the worst time. If you've experienced this, I'm sure you found it frustrating. And it's when your brain's creative peak hits right at the moment your body wants to rest. This is backed by research on the hypnagogic state, the transition zone between wakefulness and sleep. In that window, your prefrontal cortex relaxes just enough to let unexpected connections form. And this connects to something very exciting. Artists, writers, scientists throughout history have described their best ideas arriving exactly there, half asleep, mind drifting. And your brain knows this, so it keeps the door open just in case something genius walks through. The bad news, you lose an hour of sleep. But the good news, you're basically doing your best thinking in your pajamas. So here's the truth no one tells you. Struggling to fall asleep doesn't mean something is broken. It means your brain is the kind of engine that runs at full power. And full power engines need a specific kind of cooling down. Not pills, not counting sheep, just a strategy built around intelligent brains like yours. Now, if you found this video interesting and you want to go even deeper into intelligence, I'm sure you'll want to see this video right here about 5 signs that you have a high IQ. Click on it and I'll see you there.